because some people are not attending, so they might hear. Okay, so udasina, so means neutrality. So it is said that to understand Bhagavad Gita also, in the beginning it is said that to understand Bhagavad Gita also, we need to stay neutral. In neutrality, we can understand Bhagavad Gita. If we have bias attitude for materialism, or we are biased about some demigods, some gods, or like that, so unbiased. So in that way, we can understand Bhagavad Gita also very well, and neutral behavior in all aspects, like in our day-to-day dealings with other people also. One person doesn't take part of someone or someone else. Of course, he takes part very attentively in the spiritual matters. When somebody is criticizing about Krishna or his guru, he should not keep quiet. That time he shouldn't stay neutral. Oh, I'm not sure, but so that is not a right attitude. But in the matters like there is some political arrangement or agendas some people have in mind, or any kind of materialistic attitude, the devotees don't support, or they don't even oppose. So they are very neutral. They don't take part into different sides. So that is Udasina. Thank you, Ritu Mataji, for joining. And I'm just explaining to them again because they are new. So please bear with me. Gata Vyatha means he's not Vyatha means worries. He's not worried about his result of his work or anything material. Like this is all about material only mainly. So the devotee works for Krishna, and he thinks that the result, the giver of the result, is also by Krishna only. So if Krishna wants to give good result, it is well, and if he just fails me in some endeavor, then also it's right, it's good for me. So he is not worried, like some people are always concerned about something. So he just gives up, full surrender. So that person is in full surrender. So he is not worried about what will happen then, what will happen now, or like for my relatives or my friends. So but in the same way, like what I said about Udasina, but he is very conscious about Krishna. So when a devotee is in pain, he's not worried. He is worried about that. He takes care of, he takes charge of that devotee. He helps them. So it shouldn't be taken in a wrong way. So this is this is the meaning of Gata Vyatha. So he's worried about spiritual matters. Okay, so or par dukhe dukhi, right? So that is Vaishnava. So if he says that no, in 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita he says that I am without any worries, so I'll be carefree all the time. So but Bhakta is not carefree. He is very conscious. He goes outside, distributes books. He's very much worried about Krishna conscious too. Jैसे Prabhupada was very much worried about the spread of Krishna consciousness. So that's why he could take risk even to preach Krishna to others. So Gata Vyatha means only about material things. He is not worried. He has complete surrender unto Krishna, and he leaves his results to Krishna. Even for the spiritual things, if his books doesn't get sold, he's not so much worried about it. He tries it next time. He is very, what do you say, is positive in his attitude. There is a proper word also, I'm forgetting. Okay, sarvarambha parityagi. So whatever like material endeavors. Some people continuously try to achieve something. After this has been done, I will do that one. After I achieve this thing, I will achieve that thing. So like certain degrees, like some people will take do MSc, then also PhD, then the second PhD and third PhD. And that is in one way it is good, because that is a material education, it is going to help him. But at the cost of his spiritual progress. And if he thinks only of his goal as something to achieve materially, and tries to make new endeavors for the benefit of his own self and his fellow beings. So no higher goal. If a person is earning money for a good sake, for Krishna's sake, or if he is having some acres of land and if he can donate it for Krishna and for that he is buying, or if he can give his big house for the kirtan, if he donates his money, and that is if his intention, then it's good. But otherwise, if he endeavoring for own benefit, for our own benefit, that is not proposed here. So devotee is devoid of such kind of false endeavors. So then Yomad Bhakta Same Priya. So Krishna is saying such devotees are very dear to me. We'll go to the next. Would you like to recite? Ritu Mata ji, आपको ये बोलना है कि?
Yes, Mataji, I can recite.
Yes, you can recite. I will repeat all the person.
16 or 17?
16.
अनपेक्षा सूचिर दक्षा उदासीनो गत व्यथा सर्व आरंभ परित्यागी यो मद भक्ता सामे प्रिया.
Very good. Okay. 17. So, okay. Yo na harshati na dveshti.
यो न हर्ष्यति न द्वेष्टि.
न शोचति न कांक्षति.
न सोचति न कांक्षति.
शुभाशुभ परित्यागी.
शुभाशुभ परित्यागी.
भक्ति मान्य समे प्रियः.
भक्ति मान्य सामे प्रिया.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Vaishali Mataji, છો તમે? Are you there? Maybe she's busy. Vani Mataji is also busy, it seems. Okay, Vani Mataji, आप बोल सकते हैं ना मेरे साथ? यो न हर्षति न द्वेष्टि.
यो न हर्षति न द्वेष्टि.
न शोचति न कांक्षति. ऋतु माताजी आप भी बोल सकते हैं.
न कांक्षति.
शुभाशुभ परित्यागी.
शुभाशुभ परित्यागी.
भक्तिमान्य समे प्रियः.
भक्तिमान्य समे प्रियः.
Okay, you can repeat and like you can recite and repeat. Yes, Mataji.
Text 70. यो न हर्ष्यति न द्वेष्टि.
यो न हर्षति. Yes,
द्वेष्टि.
न सोचति न कांक्षति.
न सोचति न कांक्षति.
शुभ अशुभ परित्यागी.
शुभाशुभ परित्यागी.
भक्ति मान्या सामे प्रिया.
भक्तिमान्य समे प्रियः.
Thank you. Good. So the meaning is Yona Harshati na Dveshti. So who is not elated by minor material achievements. So like पहले भी शायद एक बार आया था कि बहुत उत्साह में नहीं आ जाता या बहुत दुखी भी नहीं हो जाता. So he is equipoised in sadness or happiness. He doesn't get too much uh, elated by some achievements, or he doesn't get even saddened by some certain events. So our failures. So that is Harshati. Na dveshti means I'm forgetting what is dveshti. I'll check. Tell you.
द्वेष ईर्षा माता जी.
नहीं, ईर्ष्या नहीं है, इसमें कुछ अलग है. द्वेष्टि मीन्स grieves. Okay, grieves. Okay, yes. So the same meaning. Yeah. So he's not happy by he's not too much happy by some material gains, or he's not saddened by like grieves. What I was telling was correct only. Okay. So grieves means he's not getting saddened by unwanted events or failures. So he just keeps on trying. So we have a Prabhupada example in front of us. He's fulfilling all the criteria of this bhakti yoga. If you see, he's gem of the devotee. So whatever the criteria is here, if you take example of Prabhupada, how he fulfilled all these things, we have a perfect role model in front of us. So we should try to follow Prabhupada. Okay. Shochati means he doesn't lament. Like similar to grief, but lamenting is certain like mourning. Like if somebody is losing their beloved ones, so it is on a bigger aspect. Grieving on a higher level, it's called lamenting. So right, so if she loses his dear ones, or some big like if he loses in the share market, or he loses his business all of a sudden, just like Prabhupada also lost his business, and he lost lots of he had a big his turnover was almost nil, like zero bank account, nothing he had when he lost his business. So he doesn't lament, but he goes on trying. Kankshati means akanksha rakhna, means desiring for something, some gain. Akanksha for some material benefits. Right. For spiritual desires are good, but material desires are not so good. Shubha means whatever is auspicious or inauspicious. If there is auspicious event, he's okay, he is good, he's taking it in a good way. But if there is any inauspicious thing in his family, or in his friend circle, or in his own life, then also he is equipoised. And Parityagi means he is not moved by such auspiciousness or inauspiciousness. Bhakti manya same priya, those who believes in all these things and does his devotion, such kind of devotees are very dear to me. So 17 ho gaya, 18 and 19. So okay, Shama Shatrau cha Mitre cha
Sama Shatru cha Mitre cha
Tatha Man Apamanayo
Tatha Man Apamanayo
Shitoshna Sukha Dukheshu
Shitoshna Sukha Dukheshu
Sama Sangha Vivarjitaha
Sama Sangha Vivarjita
Sama Shatrau cha Mitre cha
Shama Shatru cha Mitre cha
Tatha Man Apamanayo.
Tatha Man Apamanayo.
Everyone can recite, okay? Shitoshna Sukha Dukheshu
Shitoshna Shukha
Sukha dukkeshu
Sama Sanga Vivarjitaha.
Sama Shukha
Samasanga
Vivarjita.
Vivarjitaha.
Yes, now you can recite. Vani Mataji, you can recite.
Samasatrau cha mitre cha
Shama Shatro cha Mitre cha
tata manapamanaya
Tatha Manya Apamanaya.
Sitoshna sukha dukkeshu
Shitoshna Dukha Sukheshu. Sukh Dukheshu.
Samasanga
मैं
vivarjitaha.
देख समा संग विवर्जिता मैं देख कहीं और रही थी माता जी और इसीलिए
Yes, yes, I know, I know. You are doing something. Actually, it is Sangha means Sang Vivarjita, aisa nahi. Sangha Vivarjita. So you try to complete uh, the word. Sukha Dukha nahi. Sukha Dukheshu. It's like in Sanskrit, we recite very slowly and with all the like weight on the words. Okay.
सुखा
So,
दुखेशु
so हमारा क्योंकि
Can we recite
regional
Mataji?
language आ जाता है इसमें. So that impacts a lot. So that's why. We also sometimes recite like we are Gujaratis, so we speak some words in certain way. But yes, Vaishali Mata, you are saying something?
Yeah, can I recite?
Yes, yes, Mata.
Samau Shatrau cha mitre cha
क्षमा शत्रु च
Satra cha
मित्रे च
mitre cha
Tatha Manapamanayo
तथा
tata
मानयो
manapamanayo
Shitoshna Sukha Dukheshu
शीतोष्णा
Sitoshna sukha
सुखादुखेषु
dukkeshu
Samasanga Vivarjitaha.
Samasanga
समासंगविवर्जितः.
vivarjitaha.
Very nice. Okay. So शत्रु और मित्र दोनों एक जैसे हैं, right? So enemy or friend, he treats them equally. Like rather, if the enemy comes to his home, then he respects and he treats him more than his friend, more like in a better way than he will treat his friend even. So because he thinks that he might feel bad if he treats that person in a wrong way. So enemy. So he doesn't, because he doesn't feel enemy is enemy, friend is like enemy or friend, both are equal to him. So obviously he doesn't keep anything in his mind. Like we saw previously, he is very pure inside and outside. So in some point of time, he might have said something to someone, but then he doesn't keep it for a long time in his mind. So he's very pure. So that's why he doesn't treat his enemy as enemy, but he forgives, forgets, and he that's why he doesn't keep grudges for anyone in his mind. So he treats equally everyone. Tatha man apman. If somebody gives him fame or if he gets a defame, then also he is okay, because he like we have seen in Bhagavad Gita also, there is a shloka that matra sparshas kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukhada. So after winter, summer comes, and after summer, winter is sure. In the same way, after happiness, misery is certain, and after misery, happiness is certain. So in the same way, after someone gets fame, defame is certain. Like it is a part and parcel. So this material world is full of duality. So this is called duality. सुख के बाद दुख आता है, दुख के बाद सुख आता है, हैप्पीनेस के बाद मिजरी आता है, मिजरी के बाद वापस हैप्पीनेस आता है, फिर फेम के बाद डिफेम, डिफेम के बाद अगेन फेम. So this is part and parcel. So
सॉरी माता जी, वो बोल रहा ना कि सब मान अपमान सुख दुख गर्मी सर्दी, तो मित्र शत्रु, वो फ्रेंड आते हैं फिर शत्रु आते हैं, शत्रु आते हैं फिर फ्रेंड आते हैं.
हाँ बस वही है. हाँ yes yes वो भी है. Yes right. So this is all dualities of this material world. So he takes it. That's why I always tell Rohin also that please read Bhagavad Gita, so that at least we know. Like we can't. For me, it's not possible to become like this, but at least we know what we are doing is right or wrong. Sometimes we can understand that, no, as per this shloka, I should not do like this. I should not behave like this. Or at least if we understand, then also it's good. So, sama sangha vivarjita means sangha vivarjita means sangha means modes, different modes, like staying in goodness, passion, or ignorance. So at particular time, he is not in mode of goodness even, or passion, or ignorance. He most of time he stays in sattva, shuddha sattva, which is pure mode of goodness. So that's why he's not he's proudless, ahankari, nirahankari hai. Because whatever charity he does, he in mode of goodness, if a person does some charity, then that brings proud to him. But if a devotee does some prasadam distribution, he is not proud. So that's why to become devotee is very safe for giving someone karma or taking karma. So it is a karma. Being as a devotee always is a karma activity. So that's why a pure devotee can even wipe out his previous karma also, and he can he can fast track to go towards Krishna. So by explaining all this, I am also getting realized that if we become humble and if we try to wipe out our little false egos, and we can fast track our spiritual journey. So by giving someone some respect, like man apman, so he doesn't expect for any respect, but he gives others respect. So that is very important. I have seen in our day-to-day life or in temple. So if we can give someone or glorify someone, I said last time also, like to best way to get ourselves down, keep ourselves on the earth and not fly, is to glorify devotees and to glorify Krishna and Radharani. This is the best way to stay on the ground, stick on the ground. So stay grounded. So Sangha Vivarjita means he is not never in mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. He stays in mode of pure goodness. So these modes are the qualities of material world. So as soon as one enters into the material world, he is auto bound with these three modes. Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Evaye Prapadyante Maya Metantarandite. In the 7th chapter, Krishna says, three gunas, Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya, because it is Krishna's energies, these three gunas also, like that. So how to overcome these three modes of material? Mam Evaye Prapadyante. Those who surrender unto me, they can cross over all this Maya. So there is only one way to cross over all these modes of material nature, three modes of material nature, is by surrendering to Krishna, complete surrender to Krishna. So that is the meaning of this. Okay. So the next one, Tulya Nindastu Tirmani.
Tulya Nindastu Tirmani.
Santushto Yena Kenachit.
Santushto yen kenchit.
Yena Kenachit.
Yena kenchit.
Yes. Aniketa Sthiramatir.
Aniketa Sthirmatir.
Bhakti मान में प्रियो नर.
Bhakti man में
Sorry.
प्रिय Tulya Nindastu Tirmani.
Yeah, I'll reduce it a bit so we can see. Okay. Yes. Okay. Tulya Nindastu Tirmani.
Tulya Nindastu Tirmani.
Santushto Yena Kenachit.
Santushto Yena Kenachit.
kenchit.
अनिकेत स्थिरमतिर
अनिकेता स्थिरमति
भक्तिमान मे प्रियो नरः.
भक्तिमान
भक्तिमान
मे
मे प्रियो
प्रिय
नरः.
हाँ, you can recite now.
तुल्या निंदा स्तुर्म सॉरी माता जी, मेरा माइंड कहीं और पे है. तुल्या निंदा स्तुति मौन
स्तुतिर्मौनी.
मौनी येन केंचिता
You can repeat. One of you can repeat.
तुल्य
तुल्यनिन्दा स्तुतिर्मौनी
स्तुतिर्मौनी.
संतुष्टो येन केंचिता
संतुष्टो येन
येन केनचित्.
अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्ति
स्थिरमतिर
केता स्थिरामतिर्.
मान में प्रियो नरा.
भक्तिमान मे.
भक्तिमान मे
भक्तिमान
प्रियो
मे प्रियो
नरः.
नरः.
Okay, so here there is a हम लोग संधि बोलते हैं इसको. So स्थिरमतिर, ये जो अर है ये यहाँ पे चला जाएगा मतिर,
मतिर
इधर से भक्ति
मान
आएगा.
मान में
प्रियो नरः. So
अनिकेत
when you feel like reading in Hindi sometimes confusing, what I do, I go to quickly to English, and here we can find this is Matir and Bhaktiman mein Priyo Narahan. So like that I do. It's difficult, but once we know, it's easy to recite then. Okay, once again we will recite. Tulyaninda stutirmani
तुल्यनिन्दा स्तुतिर्मौनी.
संतुष्टो येन केनचित्
संतुष्टो
येन केनचित्
अनिकेत स्थिरमतिर्
अनिकेता
अनिकेता स्थिरामतिर्.
भक्तिमान मे प्रियो नरः.
भक्तिमान मे प्रियो.
में प्रियो नरा.
यस, अभी आप में से कोई बोल सकता है और रिपीट करिए फिर से.
तुल्यनिन्दा स्तुतिर्मौनी
तुल्या निंदा स्तुति
स्तुतिर्मौनी.
सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित्.
संतुष्टो
संतुष्टो
येन
येन केनचित्.
केनचित्
अनिकेत स्थिरमतिर्.
अनिकेता
अनिकेता
स्थिरमतिर्
स्थिरामतिर्.
भक्तिमान मे प्रियो नरः.
भक्तिमान में
भक्तिमान मे
प्रियो
प्रियो
नरा.
नरः.
थैंक यू. तो तुल्य निंदा स्तुतिर्मौनी. So somebody praises or somebody insults. That is both is same. Criticizes, criticism or appreciation. Both is same. Actually, a bhakta treats criticism more in a more positive way. So he wants always criticism. So constructive criticism is good, but destructive criticism also doesn't destroy the bhakta. So criticism he takes very it's like he introspects himself very well, and he tries to fine tune his behavior, his attitude, by taking the criticism in a positive way. So he doesn't take it in a ill way. So criticism he takes very lightly, means very seriously, actually not lightly, but for his mind he doesn't stay sad when he is criticized, and he moves on and he takes the learnings from the criticism, and that's how he moves on. And stuti means he refrains from praise. We have seen very great devotees. I have seen always, if you would have, means most of you must have heard about Amarinder Das Prabhu's lectures. So whenever somebody will try to appreciate him, he will just stay so meek, and so he doesn't want to hear, like he's like that. So I just love his attitude at that time. So this is very important. Like whenever somebody praises us, we should just close our ears. No praise. So because that is deteriorating, and self स्तुति तो होता ही नहीं कभी भक्तों से. So and self स्तुति means appreciating our own selves. Like I am very expert in that and this. So that should never be done by the pure devotees. So like we can see Prabhupada also very great example in all these things. Like his own god brothers were also criticizing him in a very huge extent. But one takes it very positively, and Stuti also praising. If somebody will praise, he will just move on. He doesn't very much cared about it. And santusto yena kenachit. Santusto means content. Materially, basically materially. Spiritually, if we get content, it's not a good thing. But materially, one should be content. Like not over endeavoring. Same thing that we learned previously also. Like after we get something, I want to achieve that also, and that also, and that also. That is never ending. So or if it is in betterment of our financial situation, or if we are doing something for bhaktas, other devotees, then it's good. Or if you want to build some good temple and we are gathering money for that, that is all right. But for over endeavoring, if we already have a lot of money, then also we are not संतोष नहीं है और अभी भी चाहिए और चाहिए 8-10 घर, तो then it drains a person. And ये न केनचित, कुछ भी है, in any situation he is संतोष, he is content in any situation. Like we saw already that Prabhupada lost his business in a very great extent. Then also he was happy. And when his business was going fine, it has been said that to his pharmaceutical company, even Jawaharlal Nehru was used to come. So he was not so much proud about it that, oh, I have a great business and great grand people are coming to me. So ye na kenachit, in any condition he is content. Aniketa. Like if we see the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, they were never staying underneath a tree. They were staying underneath trees only. They didn't have homes or huts. Only few Goswamis had hut on the request because of some pastimes. So, but still they were mostly living underneath a tree only. So they will not stay underneath a tree more than, it is said, sometimes somebody say, some people say 1 day, or some people say 4 days. So maximum 4 days they will stay underneath a tree, so that he doesn't get attachment to that tree also. So we can imagine how much attachment we might have for our house. Then we are staying since long in this house, and we love each and every thing in our house, and so that is called false attachment. And that's why this Ritu Mataji has named her house as Gopal Nivas. So if everyone can do like that, so if I can do even, so that's very great. That if I can name my home as Lalji Maharaj Nivas, then it's very good. So by someday I will do that. Yeah, so we shouldn't have much attachment to our home and the things. चीजों पर हमें बहुत ही, जैसे मोबाइल लोग जेब में ले लेके ऐसे घूमते हैं कि कोई ज्वेलरी है, उसका कुछ गुम हो गया तो हमेशा ही साथ में ही होता है. तो अगर एक मोबाइल भी नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं तो फिर कोई, वो तो मतलब पूरा मटेरियलिस्टिक एटीट्यूड ही है. Then so this is Aniketa means not only home, but that actually the literal meaning is who doesn't have a residence. Okay, so who doesn't care for a residence to live. But it has a greater meaning of not having attachment towards any material things. So nowadays people love things and they don't care about their own people. Like near and dear ones are of no use, but the mobile is of the best use. So so in this way we can't progress. So this is what it means. Sthiramati, like a steady mind. He stays steady. So sukha, dukha, sitoshna. So this is all we have already discussed. So he's stable-minded, very stable. In agitating situation, if somebody tries to provocate him, then also he doesn't get agitated or arrogant or angry. So he's very stable-minded. He doesn't laugh too much, or he doesn't get angry too quickly. He doesn't get aggressive too quickly. For Krishna's Krishna's benefit, it is good to get angry. That anger also, to certain extent, if it is really valid, then only we should do, for Krishna's interest also. So he's very stable-minded. Up to certain extent, he will tolerate. But then, if it goes above his head, like if he thinks that it hurts another devotee's feelings, or if it hurts his religion, or somebody is speaking very ill about his religion, then he will get aggressive. Bhakti man me priyo naraha. So same thing. Such kind of devotees are very dear to me. Last verse. Ye tu dharma amritamidam.
ये तु धर्म अमृतमिदं धर्म अमृतमिदं
Dharma amritam idam. Yes, dharma amritam. Yeah, that is also okay. But it is actually dharma amritam nahi hai, dharma hai. You can see here ma. So dharma amritam.
धर्म माताजी रिलीजन और अमृत नेक्टर.
Yes, yes, that only. Yes.
अमृत और
Dharma amritam. Yes, that is right. Idam. Ye tu dharma amritam idam.
ये तु धर्म अमृतमिदं.
Yes. Actually, if you don't separate this word, no, then also it's okay, because it is one word. So ye tu dharma amritam idam. Although it is dharma amritam, but still.
धर्मामृतम. धर्मामृतम इज ओके माताजी.
Yes, dharma amritam. Yes, dharma amritam.
आई थॉट इसका मीनिंग चेंज ना हो जाए, जैसे अमृत और अमृतम कुछ.
No, because it is written all together here. Here also we haven't separated it. So this is how we recite. When it is not a separate word, some places they have really separated it. So we have to separate. But
okay, Mataji.
But otherwise this is written like this only. So let us recite like that only. Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Yeah. So here also, Yatha Uktam, we know that this is the meaning of Yatha Uktam. But we are not separating this Sandhi here. This is together only. Yathoktam. Yathoktam. Yes.
Yathoktam.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Shraddhadhana matparama.
Shraddhadhana matparama.
Bhaktaste ativa me priyaha.
Bhaktaste ativa me priya.
Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Shraddhadhana matparama.
Shraddhadhana
matparama.
Bhaktaste ativa me priyaha.
Bhaktaste ativa me priya.
Now you can recite.
Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Ye tu dharmamritamidam.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Yathoktam paryupasate.
Shraddhadhana matparang.
Shraddhadhana matparama.
Bhaktaste भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिया.
भक्तास्ते
भक्तास्तेऽतीव मे प्रियः.
Yes. So here the a is silent. So bhakta stetiva me priyaha. So it's like that.
भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिया.
Yes. So it is understood like it is ativa. Okay. So bhakta stetiva me priyaha. So it goes quickly. Sometimes where there is written or you have to give stress on that or. But here it is written. This is half or like that. So bhakta stetiva me priyaha.
भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रिया.
Yes. Okay. So now you can recite. अच्छा हाँ आप लोगों ने बोल दिया ना? ठीक है तो ये तू धर्मामृतम इदम. So this is dharma amritam means non-perishable knowledge of devotional service. This knowledge is non-perishable. All the other kind of material knowledge is perishable, but this knowledge is imperishable. So why it is imperishable? Because this knowledge is not for only this life. This is beneficial for our next life also and next to next life also. So we all know that if our account is closed by 10% in this life, like if we die after doing 10% of the devotional service, then we'll start from the 11% the next life, because this devotional service is attached to our soul. This is called Krishna consciousness, in our consciousness. So this knowledge is attached to our consciousness. So we all know that when we die, our soul departs from our body along with three things: subtle body, that is man, buddhi and ahankar, like mind, intelligence and false ego. All these three along with also super soul. So super soul, soul, mind, intelligence and false ego, this all fly away from our body and they go in the next body, or if one has done some pious activity, then they will be promoted to the higher planets. So in higher planets also this man, buddhi, ahankar, everything is there. Super soul, soul is also there. And but a person who is pure devotee, when he goes to the Goloka Vrindavan, he will this mind, intelligence and false ego will get detached from the soul. The soul will only travel along with the super soul. Super soul takes the soul to the Vaikuntha Loka or the Goloka. So there this mind, intelligence, false ego doesn't come. So this is how I am bit diverted from the topic, but this is Dharma Amrita, means it is never imperishable, it never dies. So this mind, intelligence and false ego, why I am saying this, that because the super soul always reminds us that, see, you are doing this kind of bhakti in your last birth, so you can do it this birth also. So main is super soul. If Krishna is not with us, we can't remember anything. So Krishna gives us knowledge, forgiveness and remembrance. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto matta smriti gnanam apohanam cha. So in 15th chapter, Krishna says that Sarvasya chaham hridisannivishto, I am there in everyone's heart. Matta means intelligence. Smriti means memory. Matta smriti gnanam means knowledge, and apohanam means forgiveness, forgetfulness. Okay. So everything is given by Krishna. So if we don't remember our past life, then also it's Krishna's mercy. Otherwise, we'll become mad. And if Krishna reminds us of our bhakti, then also we are in a good journey. So super soul reminds us everything. Actually, the material things also super soul reminds us that see, last time you were earning money like this. Now ask your mind to do like that, and you can earn money this life also. So super soul remembers everything. It's like a recording machine, continuously recording. He is recording our all the actions, our all the devotion, our all the thoughts even, and he keeps within him. And in our next body, he asks us to act in certain way that we were. That's why once I was attending Shaman Prabhu's lecture, and he was saying that when a child takes birth, 90% of his attitude remains the same from his next life. Only 10% is given by his experience in this life. So most of our personality even comes from the last life. So this is how is it getting possible? How is it possible? So it's because the spirit and the super soul, it reminds us continuously that this is how you should act. So that's why some children are devotees children from the beginning, and some children are demoniac from the birth. So this is a great science of the soul and super soul, which is out of our perception, outside our thought process, our imagination. But this acts upon us. These are the higher powers acting on us. So we have to believe in them. So so some people say that what is the need of doing bhakti? And then we can say that because this stays with us in life after life. So if someone does bhakti in this life, his next birth human is most probably he takes human birth, because Krishna gives him second chance to fulfill his incomplete missions, right? So whatever we can't complete in this life, he gives us opportunity by giving us birth in a Brahmana family or a devotee family. So in 6th chapter, Krishna says there are two kinds of people. One person, if he is very charitable, he dies. So he takes birth in an aristocratic family. Aristocratic family means like Prince Charles, Prince William, like such kind of people, they get children. So that is called aristocratic family, or Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani. So a person who is very charitable, they get chance to take birth in such aristocratic families. But a person who is a pure devotee, who is nice devotee, he gets chance to take birth in a Brahmana family or in a devotee family. So to progress in his spiritual life. So the person who is materially charitable, because they are doing nice charity, so Krishna gives them chance to do more charity by giving him birth in a rich family. But the person who is devotee, Krishna gives him chance to progress in his devotion by giving him birth in a devotee family. So that is why it is called Amrutam. Amrut means it is never perishing. So this is the knowledge, and it never perishes. Yathoktam paryupasate. So as I said in all these points, above points, as Krishna is saying, as I said in above points, and who follows what I have said in the process and follows the footsteps of the acharyas who have lived their life in such a way, like devotees, great devotees who follows the footsteps of such devotees. Shraddha Dhana Mat Parama. So and keeping his faith. So faith is the first step to devotional service. If one doesn't have faith, श्रद्धा के बाद में 9 stages हैं भक्ति के. So first stage is आदौ श्रद्धा तथा साधु संग. Then we get devotee association. Then we do bhajan kriya, and then everything else come. But first thing is श्रद्धा. So श्रद्धाधाना mat parama. So mat parama means great devotion up to me. Parama means above this material world. Parama, supreme. So this is a supreme knowledge of devotional service. This is not a normal knowledge. Param means it's a very pure knowledge of devotional service. Parama, without any flaws. Bhaktas te ativa me priya. Such kind of devotee is very dear to me. So the person who is who is trying to follow this knowledge, this imperishable knowledge with full faith, and considering me as the final goal, as the supreme goal of his life. Such kind of devotee is very dear to me. So Krishna is saying that in this verse. Okay, you can ask questions if you want to, or okay, we are already late. Yeah. Yes, माता जी बोलिए।
माता जी, जैसे अभी इसमें आया ना, आपने बताया कि घर से जैसे अटैचमेंट हो जाती है, चीजों से अटैचमेंट हो जाती है। तो एक बार श्यामानंद प्रभु जी के लेक्चर में हमने सुना था तन्वी माता के घर पे कि जैसे आप के डाइटीज है लाला जी महाराज, गोपाल जी, श्री, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, तो उसमें हम उनके घर की क्लीनिंग कर रहे हैं, कुकिंग कर रहे हैं, और ऐसे करके इस सेवा के भाव से भी हम थोड़ा मतलब ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं चीजों को। तो वो चीज ना बड़ा मतलब जो कई बार मन नहीं करता ऑर्गेनाइज करने का, क्लीन करने का, डर्टी रहता है, उससे खुद भी दिमाग खराब रहता है। तो जब हम ये सोच के करते हैं ना कि हाँ भगवान का घर, भगवान की चीजें organize, तो वो चीजें ना हम उस पर फोकस रखते हैं कि हाँ ये चीज तब हो जाता है। अगर हम ये सोच के करें ना कि नहीं नहीं कुछ नहीं होता, कल करेंगे, परसों करेंगे, तो वो नहीं हो पाता। कई बार मैंने ये चीज देखी है। तो कई बार कुकिंग हो, कुछ भी चीज हो, तो हम वो भगवान का सोच के करते तो वो हो जाता है। जब हम
बहुत
खुद
अच्छा होता है।
हाँ वो अच्छे से मैनेज हो जाता है। कुछ भी चीजें हो तो उसमें भगवान का आता ना, तो मतलब डिफरेंस देख सकते हैं।
That's very right. For the temple also, we can think in the same. Like I seen Mataji's Prabhu he's always working. He always cleans the temple. But other people like me, they think that okay fine, हाँ गए हैं, अभी कितना करेंगे, क्या करेंगे करके।
वो चीज मैंने नोटिस किया माता जी। वो जैसे ना अभी हम ये सोच के करते हैं कि मैं कर रहा हूँ, मेरी
थोड़ा
सेवा,
कर रही है, हाँ थोड़ा
अगर
बहुत कर दिया,
हम
हेल्प कर दिया,
कि
चलेगा, अभी चलो चलते हैं घर पे,
हाँ
तो
तो
खत्म बात।
वो सबका अपना जैसे मटेरियलिस्टिक लाइफ लगा लो, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ लगा लो, सबका बिजी रहता है, इंक्लूडिंग अस माता जी। पर जब हम इतने लोग आते हैं टेम्पल में, जिसको जो दिखे, गंदा दिखे उठा दो, गिरा
थोड़ा
दो,
थोड़ा खा
जो
ले तो
भी है।
बहुत
हाँ तो मैंने एक चीज, जैसे वो राधे श्याम सुंदर का ही घर है, राधे श्याम सुंदर का ही टेम्पल है, उसमें किसी का तेरा मेरा नहीं है। तो उसमें क्या होता है ना, जैसे कई चीजें होती है कि किसी ने यूज किया और ऐसे ही टेढ़ा मेढ़ा फेंक दिया, झाड़ू इधर फेंक दिया। तो घर पे हम ऐसा नहीं करते। घर पे हम चीजों को ना, जैसे अभी
ठीक से रख।
हाँ तो जैसे हम कुछ क्लीन करेंगे ना, तो बिन के नीचे लगा दिया, तो उसको उठा के बिन में डालने में कितना टाइम लगता है। तो फूल वो नीचे गिरा दिए, पत्ते नीचे गिरा दिए। तो अगर हर कोई मतलब इतना डिवोटी टेम्पल में आते हैं, कि मैं ये नहीं बोलती कि 1 या 2 करे, तो सभी अगर थोड़ा थोड़ा सोच के करे
कर
कि
दे तो
मैं
बहुत फायदा हो जाता है।
हाँ तो वो ये सोच के करे, तो वो मैं क्यों करूं, मैंने क्या गिराया, वो कर लेगा, तो उसमें नहीं होता। तो इसलिए अपने टेम्पल में ना अच्छे से आज तक ऑर्गेनाइज होता ही नहीं, मतलब किचन,
नहीं
प्रसादम
होता है
हॉल, पॉट
because
वॉशिंग,
yes, people don't consider it as their own because of पता नहीं
फ्लावर
माता,
कूल
lot of
रूम।
temple
जैसे किसी ने
politics
देखा
और
कि बंचीज है माता जी, जैसे
नेगेटिविटी बहुत सारी है टेम्पल में, तो उसकी वजह से भी थोड़ा ऐसा हो
तो
जाता है
वो
कि
कम्युनिकेशन
have
नहीं
already
है।
given ourselves so much now, if we are giving then also nobody considers। तो वही कभी कभी लीला पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु कहते हैं कि जहाँ पे मैं आ जाता है ना कि अरे मैंने इतना
मैं
किया, कोई
मेरा
अप्रिशिएट नहीं
मेरा
किया, हाँ
अपना
तो
अच्छे से करो,
कभी
बाकी देखा जाएगा।
तभी ऐसा लगता है कि इफ वी थिंक ऑफ आवर अप्रिशिएशन ना, वो बोलते हैं ना अनपेक्षा सुचिर दक्षा, तो अनपेक्षा अपेक्षा के बगैर अगर हम काम करते हैं ना, तो बहुत अच्छा होता है। अगर ऐसा एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि हाँ इतना 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 किया और लोगों ने क्यों इतना
बस नाम आना चाहिए, फोटो आनी चाहिए, मेरा मैसेज
हाँ
आना चाहिए।
उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो
तो
जाता है।
उसमें वो हम नहीं कर पाते। उन्होंने होगा कि हाँ मेरा हो गया इस वीक का, और मुझे अभी क्या मतलब। तो अभी जैसे फ्लावर जैसे मतलब पॉट हुआ ना, मतलब कूल रूम है फ्लावर वाला,
हाँ,
तो उसमें क्या होता है, कई बार नीचे पड़े रहते हैं, कई बार कोई खाली बंची से हम फ्लावर तोड़ लेते हैं, वहीं पे छोड़ देते हैं। निकाल सकते हैं, कितना टाइम लगता है, देखा तो निकाल सकते हैं। पर वो सब अपना अपना करेंगे, नीचे गिराएंगे, निकल जाएंगे, तो
हाँ।
हो गया
फिर
जल्दी
फिर सब
जल्दी।
फ्राइडे को होता है, जब फ्राइडे को नया स्टॉक आता है ना, फिर
हाँ
बाद में सब उठा के बाहर फेंको, फिर
हाँ
उसमें
बहुत मतलब
घंटा दो
उसमें,
घंटा लग जाता
लेकिन
है
वो
आराम।
डेली जैसे अभी
तो
गार्लैंड डेली
डेली करना चाहिए, लेकिन
डेली का डेली जो दिखा वो निकाल दो। जैसे घर पे भी तो हम वही करते हैं, फ्रिज में जो खराब चीजें लगी जो
निकाल
कुछ भी
लेते
दिखा साथ के साथ साफ कर देते हैं, क्योंकि अकेला नहीं
एक
कर
जन का
सकते।
एक एक करता रहेगा तो बहुत इजी रहता है।
हाँ, सब जैसे जिसका जो
हाँ।
सेवा होता है ना, उसको थोड़ा भी दिखा कि उठा दो, कि उसको फिर दिखाना नहीं, उसको ये है कि भगवान देख रहा है और भगवान हमारे अंदर ही है, वो मतलब बिलीव है तो देखो ऐसे। मुझे लगता है कि बाकी ये भी नहीं मैं बोल सकती कि मतलब मैं नहीं कर रही, मतलब टाइम भी सबका थोड़ा-सा आने जाने का, फैमिली लाइफ, घर होता है, पर मतलब कुछ डिवोटी ऐसा माता जी उनके पास जैसे टाइम होता है, वो टेंपल में होते हैं तो देख के कर सकते हैं, पर उनको लगता है कि मैं क्यों करूँ, मेरा ही सेवा, कंप्लेंट्स आ जाती हैं बहुत ज़्यादा। तो
नहीं,
मुझे लगता है
वही वो
कंप्लेन ना
थोड़ा
करो, जितना आपको
थोड़ा
मिला
हायर अथॉरिटी को है
उतना
ना
करो।
थोड़ा ये सब, जैसे अगर सीताराम प्रभु आते हैं ना हमारे टेम्पल में तो
वो
पूरा
इतना,
माहौल चेंज हो जाता है।
हाँ,
पीपल चेंज
देखो
लाइक
माता जी, हाँ,
एनीथिंग, इट स्प्रेड्स पॉजिटिविटी थ्रू आउट द
हुँ,
एवरीवन।
लीडर को
तो
आगे
बहुत
आगे करेंगे तो दूसरा भी करेगा अगर तो
कंडीशन होनी चाहिए, वैसे मैं भी बोल रही हूँ कि सीताराम
हुँ,
प्रभु, लेकिन वो कोई भी है, हमें
हुँ,
करना है तो वही
और
है।
एक कोई भी कितना भी जैसे हमें जो भी सेवा होती है तो